Welcome back to another Mixed and Married podcast. We are your hosts. My name is Londra.
And I'm Jason.
Today's topic, we are going to talk about why do people cheat? We got an email question, and that was simply the question, you guys. Why do people cheat? Yeah. So that's what we are going to talk about on today's podcast. Get your wine, let's get ready, and let's dive deep into this topic, you guys.
So why do people cheat? I think from a man's perspective, they're missing some things at the house. Mm-hmm. A lot of times it could be just, confrontation, constant confrontation.
True. That'll
drive anybody away. They'll be looking for love from somebody else. If it's not at home, they're going to be looking for it somewhere else. Mm-hmm. I think men are always trying to fill an empty void. I think it's easier for women, just a man's perspective.
Like easier for women to cheat? Or?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, not to cheat, but to fill the void. I think women are more likely to feel love. More love from like their family, their parents and stuff like that. Us as men, I think we're always having to justify and, verify our love and our worth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think we feel like we have to be a certain thing or a certain way to get that kind of love. We feel it's harder to fill that void. Like our daughter, for example, she's daddy's girl.
Yeah.
I mean, no matter what, daddy's gonna love her. Mama's gonna love her, but she knows daddy loves her. It's always gonna feel like, I don't care who loves me. My daddy loves me, or my mama loves me.
That's a good point.
And us as men, we try to grow up and we push our sons to grow up to be men. Yeah. So a lot of times we're harder, and maybe not so much inside. You know what I mean? But we're pushed. Societal wise,
it's like the pressure is always on men.
It's societal wise to be, be a man. Yeah. How we grew up, it's like, you don't need, show your emotions, don't cry, all that kind of stuff. True. From our generation, that's how it was. Yeah. So I could understand where, and not to justify it by any means, but looking for something. Yeah. Always looking for that void. Or for something better. I think the confrontation stuff at home.
Does it just drive it?
I think it does, because a lot of, not that women, again, it's not comparing men or women. But
we're looking at it through the eyes of a man. Yeah. Okay.
Well, I could say from my perspective, what I want in life, I want to work hard. Okay. I want to provide for my family. I love knowing that I can take care of my family.
Your family, yeah.
And provide for my family.
Yeah.
That's, something that drives me as a man. And a lot of times I think maybe when men fail at that, a lot of them can blame it on their significant other.
In actuality, they're feeling like they're failing. Yeah. So it's more of an excuse.
Yeah, it could be an excuse. But also they can feel like she's not providing me the support that I
need at the time. Yeah. Yeah, but what if she doesn't know though? Like if she doesn't know.
That's where the communication kicks in. People don't communicate and, let things bubble. Next thing you know, it's too late.
So do you think when men cheat, do you think they really care? They still care about their significant other? Whether it be a longtime girlfriend, wife, or whatever it may be. Do you think when they go and cheat, do they care about, or are they thinking about their feelings, the significant other's feelings? Like at what point makes a man just say, F it, I'm going to do it?
I'm sure at the point in time, they're not thinking of the other person's feelings. I think us as men, we can emotionally detach.
Good point.
You as women, y'all are emotional creatures. Yeah. So y'all could be tied to, any person that you sleep with or whatever. So I don't think that they're actually thinking about their significant other during the act. They can a little bit, you know what I mean? But they're thinking, okay, I can get away with this and I can cover it. Yeah. And I think for the most part, most men aren't sitting there trying to think or trying to do something like that to hurt the person they're with. I think it's more about them.
Yeah, at that moment.
Them and what they, just being a man.
Yeah.
Doing stupid things. Yeah, I think most men really don't want to hurt the person that they're with. Yeah. I think they're just searching. I don't think so either. I think they're just searching, trying to fill their void. And it's about them. It ain't even about hurting somebody. I'm sure you got people. I'm sure you got some that are wanting to hurt, and just do not care.
This is what I think I'm hearing. It's more of, at that moment, it's just more about you and fulfilling whatever your need is at that time.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think as men, a lot of times we end up, and women too, and they end up having kids with somebody, and then they have that tie.
Got it.
I think that is a big reason that a lot of people cheat stuff too.
That's a
because
good
they
point.
actually feel like, okay, now I'm obligated and I'm tied down. Not necessarily tied down, but I have a connection.
Because when kids are involved, I mean, you're thinking about the kids too.
Yeah, you want to be a dad. You want to be and then you think, I really need to try to make it work, and then, but you don't really have that real connection
with that particular person. So, I mean, I feel sometimes you do, but I just think once it goes south, like you said, arguing and all that kind of stuff, it can be tiresome and heavy, and a lot of arguing, to me, little by little, you becoming emotionally detached.
Oh, yeah.
From that person. So that's why I asked. And like you said, you mentioned from a woman's perspective, when women cheat, because women do cheat. Let's just be real about it. I think women are slicker than men.
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
I think when it comes to a woman, to me, she's already gone. She's been gone. When a woman cheats, the opportunity presented itself and she took it. That's my opinion. You guys chime in, let me know. That's kind of how I feel. I feel like women who cheat, they're missing something. They're missing something also, like you said.
I think that's both sides.
I also feel women want revenge. So say that their man cheated.
And see, I can see that I can see that from a female's perspective.
Yeah.
I don't think men so much do that, because men will just be like, okay,
yeah,
I'm done, and just leave. I don't say it's easier for a man to walk away. I think it's I don't know. It's more, seems more, sadly say, seems more normal for a man to walk away. Because like I said, women in general are emotional, so y'all are
creatures.
So y'all really think of, and us men, we're cavemen. So we're not as emotionally, we don't think, we think more with our head than our heart.
Yeah.
Y'all are more heart
driven.
Centered,
yeah.
Yes.
They're just trying to figure it out. How are they going to make their next step as far as, probably, I would say more potentially on leaving. I don't think a woman's first thought is to cheat.
Yeah.
I just think she's trying to figure a way out.
I think y'all are more calculated.
Yeah.
Y'all will have things set up.
Yeah.
and ready. Everything ready.
Before it actually happens.
It actually goes down.
Yeah.
And, here we are like,
you're just acting.
Yeah.
You're just reacting.
We'll just forget it. We'll walk away and leave. Leave
and try to figure
her
out
with the stuff, and we'll go get our own stuff or new stuff or whatever.
Try to figure it out later.
Yeah.
Typically, women are the ones with the kids. They're thinking about all that. Okay, if I make this mistake, there are some consequences. That's kind of how I think about it.
Yeah.
I asked the question: if a woman was to cheat on you, would you take her back?
No.
Me personally, I would say the same thing. And it could be our age. I don't know. It could be our age,
Yeah. I mean, that definitely has a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point in time and where I'm at in my life, ain't no way.
Yeah.
I don't have to have it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't have to have it.
And we're more established. I think you're more established at this young age.
More established, more confident in the things that I can do and that I can accomplish and stuff.
Yeah.
If I had to do it by myself.
Yeah, if you have to do it and start over.
Yeah. I think a lot of the men cheating is, just still being, because it takes men forever to mature.
Yeah.
It really does. Everything that we've always seen in as far as like entertainment and everything in society, you always hear it's almost like, men are almost like young boys from other men, the stories they hear, they're kind of like hyped up to do that kind of stuff. Are
you saying like, you hear all this stuff in society, like you said, and it's like, oh, I want to try that. Is that kind of what you're saying?
Oh, well, that, or just a lot of times it seems like growing up as a young man, we see other guys got, he's got all these women, he's, this and that.
Understood, yeah.
And as being a young and dumb man, you don't think about all the the feelings involved and stuff like that. Like I said, we're not very emotional creatures, so we don't consider, we don't take into consideration all the hurt and the emotions that are involved, and other people that can be hurt in that. I mean, it's sad, but.
So, in your opinion, do you think men cheat more than women?
I think it's pretty equal, but I think men probably cheat a little more. I think, like you said, women are just very good at hiding it. So there's a lot of times women probably cheat, and it's because we can cheat, and we're gonna probably we're gonna get found out. Yeah. If the significant other one don't find out, the other one is gonna tell it, or something like that. Yeah, yeah. And I think y'all can just keep it in. I mean, if men don't know, if they're just so out there, they don't know.
They just don't.
And they'll never know.
So I have a question. What if you are somebody that's with somebody long-term, married, whatever the case may be, and I've heard of men cheating for long periods of time. Mm-hmm. I mean, potentially years. Mm-hmm. Like, how does that happen when you are still going home to your wife?
I think it probably still has something to do with them. They're missing something.
And that other person is giving you.
The other person gives it probably that one little something. Maybe it's just the attention. It could be just, the sex. Yeah. It might not be having sex at home, or very little sex, and make them feel like a man, or I think that falls back again to the ties, like we'll feel bad about trying to, because if we can make it work, and because men, I tell you all the time, I can sleep on the floor, I'll be fine. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it don't take a whole lot to make us happy, really, or just to be able to live. Yeah. You know what I mean? We don't need everything like that to live. Yeah, it's nice to have nice stuff and stuff like that, but so I think men try to keep the family connection, or you know what I mean,
or look good for other people. What about that? Do you think men
probably in some cases,
especially if they're like leaders in the community, or
depends on
churchmen?
It probably depends on
y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it probably depends on their.
So they don't want to mess all that up.
Yeah, it probably does. I think for the most part, it's just that they're trying to keep that family. They got their family, because you see it all the time. Sadly, you see it a lot. I mean, that man, you think, oh man, they're the perfect couple. Yeah. They're the perfect couple, and they have the family, the good, the all-American family, and then. But all the time, he's over here.
He got a side piece.
He's over here doing his thing, but you don't, it's like every other relationship, 99.9% of the time, you don't see the real stuff.
Yeah, that's going on behind closed doors.
So what he's neglecting her from, what she's neglecting, from him,
and then they put on the
and not providing for each
facade in front of everybody.
I think a lot of it has to do with feeding into each other. They don't, they don't feed into each other, or they've grown apart. They just
haven't tried to get it back.
Just kind of settled, and we're like, we're gonna make it work for the kids.
Because we've been together forever.
And a lot of times, I think, a lot of women don't know their self-worth, and I think they know what's going on. Definitely. I think they know what's going on, but they're like, he's coming home to me every night, so I still got him.
Yeah, I've heard.
She don't have all of it, and I still got the house, and I still got the kids, and I still got the marriage, and
I've heard somebody say before that if you know your man is cheating, if you're not going to leave, don't bring it up. If you know you're not going to leave.
It makes sense.
If you know
it's because you know what's happening, so you're allowing it.
Yeah, because you already know it.
If you're going to allow it, you can't. It's hard to complain about it. You either say, okay, that's it. You got to be ready to go. Either we're splitting, or we're going to make this work and figure it out, whichever they decide.
Yeah. I think most women know when their man is cheating.
Probably.
Yeah. I don't know if men feel that same thing, or if they're just not emotionally tied like that.
Most men probably
not. But women know when men are cheating. You can see little bitty things that are changing, whether it be you putting on extra cologne, shaving a little bit extra, those kind of things. I mean, to
all
me,
of a sudden hit the gym.
And you ain't been going to the gym.
In shape, all of a sudden.
You haven't been going to the gym. Yeah. So things like that to me is where men slip. Yeah. Because as women, we notice all those little bitty things that maybe you guys are not even thinking about.
Yeah.
So that's how, to me, women notice.
Yeah.
We can get in the car and notice, like, I'll give you an example. You remember the time when Michi was coming home and y'all tried to surprise me?
Yeah.
So we had a situation, you guys, where my son from the military was coming home, but I didn't know it. They were surprising me. I came home from work one day and I smelled perfume as soon as I walked in the door, because we as women, we know how our house smells. We just know. So as soon as I came in the door, the garage door, what happened, babe? What happened?
I can't remember what you said, but it was something like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Who's here? So
when I came in the house, I immediately smelled perfume and I said, who's here? I don't know if I said it in a nice way or not. So I'm just like, who's here? Because I smell perfume.
Who you had in my house?
Or who have you had in my house?
Yeah.
My son had to hurry up and come out.
Yeah.
Because my mother-in-law had left from dropping my son off, and she had came into the house, and it was her perfume. I didn't know my son was here because it was about to be something. And that's why I always say, women know. Sometimes we don't say anything because we're trying to figure it out.
Right.
I think at first that's what women try to do. They try to figure it out. Like, okay, where is he going? Or if you really know he's cheating, okay, they're analyzing, and that's how I feel. They're analyzing, tracking, trying to figure out. Let me see what time he leave. Does he leave 5 minutes early? What's going on?
The whole time y'all are thinking about your exit plan and getting your stuff set up,
or how am I going to present him with this and have facts? Because as women, we're going to have some receipts.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's the other thing. That's why I always wonder, why do people cheat? But, of course, like you said, a little bit more men than women. But I also think women cheat also for the reasons that I've stated. It's funny to me.
I think it all boils down to people lacking, something that they're not getting from somebody else.
Yeah.
And that could be self-inflicted too. I mean, that could be very well self-inflicted, because you can, be home, and if you're not treating the woman that you have right, she's going to hold back certain things. Yeah. So we as people are always quick to blame the other person.
Yeah, always. I think so too. I definitely agree with that.
So much easier to be defensive. I did it because if you wouldn't have treated me like this, or
we try to blame the other person for what we have done,
and without acknowledging, and looking back, if I would have done this, she probably wouldn't have done that. Yeah. So it just dominoed.
Yeah. I always say there's 3 sides to every story. There's your side, my side, and the truth. I always say that. My dad always told me that too. Cheating in general, and then try to come back from a cheating situation. Do you believe a marriage can come back from that?
I believe, think so. I think so. I mean, you have to be a very, very strong, very, very strong person.
Definitely got to be strong.
Because, we talk about that kind of stuff all the time.
Yeah.
As far as like forgiving. Yeah. Because you don't forgive that person. You forget for them. You forgive for you. Yeah. You forgive for yourself. Yeah. Because if you don't, it's going to eat you up. Yeah. And the other person's going to keep on living and keep, they're thinking everything's good. Yeah. And you're over being eaten up inside. Mm-hmm.
And that's why, I feel like for most women, because they are used to the man more times than not. And again, you said we are driven by emotions. Mm-hmm. They're used to the man. So they don't want to start over. Most women don't want to start over. Yeah. So they will take them back. I've seen people take people back with kids, which is totally fine. I couldn't do it. It's too much.
Yeah, it's too much.
You will come home to me saying, let me see your cell phone. Once that trust is broken, I just don't think I personally could come back from them. I know women do. I don't think I could.
I think it would be very hard. Yeah. It would be very hard because, it would probably be, there would be some kind of doubt, in your mind. Always. Every time that person leaves.
Every time they leave.
Every time that person leaves. Every time that phone rings. Yeah. Every time they get a text. Yeah. Or, Yeah. So, it would probably, like I said, it would just eat you up. Yeah. Certain people. Yeah. You would have to be, I mean, kudos to the ones who can make it work and make it really work.
Kudos to you guys.
Yes, because
I
don't believe I'm that strong of a person.
Yeah. So, do you feel like women should have the significant other's passwords? What do you feel about women and men having opposite sex friends? What do you feel about that?
As far as the passwords and stuff like that, I mean, you know how I feel. I don't care.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I mean, I think if you have something to hide, you know, and a lot of times people men and women, you know, just want have certain boundaries, I guess.
Yeah.
And they feel like, I can't let her have everything. Yeah. You know, I got to keep part of it. And they might not even have something to hide. They just feel like, you know.
I think, to me also, I believe this. If you have to say to your partner, I need your passwords, there's already something going on. That's how I feel. There's already a little bit of, you don't trust him already. Just the fact that you're already questioning, and that's how I feel. For example, you guys, with me and Jason, I've never said, hey, give me your password, vice versa. We just, it's there. It's in the open. Password book, everything, and we don't hide it. We have no reason to doubt one another.
Yeah. Pick up my phone and look at any text or call or whatever.
Those are the differences. I seen I don't know if it was YouTube, TikTok, one of them, and he left his phone in the car, and the girlfriend got in the car, and the guy literally tore the car up. He shattered the window. She locked the doors.
She
locked the doors, and she was looking through his phone. I've never seen somebody destroy the car so bad. That already said, when he probably started that situation,
that you shouldn't even need nothing else.
Yeah, she already knew. So that's why she was like, oh, let's go. Yeah, I saw that kind of stuff happen. Ooh. But I think, I mean, he busted the windows and everything. It was crazy. I just think, as a couple, if you have to even ask for passwords, there is already something you're wondering about.
Yeah.
Something has made you wonder. Yeah. Even though you may not have said it out loud, something has made you, because I'm not asking for your password. As women, we need to value ourselves and know how strong we are, and know who we are, and know whose we are. That's how I feel. As a strong woman that came from strong women, you just got to value yourself and know that if you do have to get up and walk away, and not that you have to be looking for another man per se, just know you will be okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think that's hard for women, and that's why they stay in relationships where the man has cheated multiple times and they keep taking them back. So sometimes I feel like they just don't value themselves enough to know that they can do it on their own.
Yeah.
So
I think a lot of the too, like as far as you're talking about women valuing themselves, I think a lot of men don't value themselves.
True.
I think that's what they're searching for, is like value and validation.
Validation.
You know, they think the more, a lot of the, especially the younger guys, you know, they're thinking the more women they have, the more of a man they are.
Yeah.
And that's not what makes you a man. Yeah. You know, that's not what makes you a man. You know, it's more manly to have your wife and kids and have a strong family and be a good husband and a good father, and that's the real deal. Yeah. You know, and sadly a lot of us, our parents' fault, because that's the stuff that we see. You know, we see, or we grew up without, or you know what I mean? True. So we as men have to provide that good example. Yeah. Because we don't always do that. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's always, do as I say, not as I do.
Yeah, true. Even when you're meeting somebody, and I've noticed this, women jump from relationship to relationship. I mean, you can chime in on it from the man perspective, but women tend to jump into relationships a lot of times when they're not even ready, when they're still hurting, and they're trying to find, again, validation. Am I cute enough? Am I sexy enough? Whatever the case may be. Right. They're looking for something also, so they keep hopping from man to man instead of taking time to figure out what went wrong, why did this go wrong, fix it, and then go into another relationship. Right. But my dad always have told me, when you see a man, always look at how they treat their mom. That is a determining factor. How does he treat his mom? Because the way he treats his mom is the way he's going to treat you. I've never stopped thinking about that.
I think majority of the time that would be correct. correct.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. I mean, unless you're it's always exceptions, but for the majority, I look at that. I tell my daughter to look at that type of stuff. What kind of relationship do they have with their mom? That's how they're going to treat you. But cheating in general, I can't say that's just nothing. That's a non-negotiable. Yeah. For me.
Oh, definitely.
It's just a non-negotiable. I mean, we're done.
At this point in my life, it's not even something to think about.
Yeah. So, and I know people say, oh, you don't know until you get there. It's a non-negotiable for me. I just got to start over. Yeah. So, and if starting over with myself, it's totally fine. I mean, that's just the way it got to be. But I just don't think I'm a doormat where I need to be cheated on. We all have issues, and that's where communication comes in. Guys, we talk about that. When we get those type of questions, people ask us, what is the number one way to keep a relationship going or something like that? We always say communication. 100%.
Yeah, because I mean, a lot of times, I think that would save a lot of a lot of the
just
cheating.
Communicating, because
a lot of the cheating.
You can figure out, hey, let me tell you, this bothers me. It's really getting to me. All those kind of things. So that is a way you can
save a lot of marriages. Period. In relationships.
Put a lot of the fires out before they blow up into a bomb.
That keeping everything at home in home.
Yeah. Yeah.
Keep it in the
Not
house.
telling family, friends, all that kind of stuff. You can't be telling
your girlfriend if you're a man, or your male friend if you're a woman. You can't go out and tell them, your home life stuff, because a lot of times people were looking for that little wedge.
That door.
That little wedge.
Way in.
Yep.
So what do you feel about us having opposite sex friends?
Opposite sex friends.
The opposite sex.
That's another question that we hear quite a bit.
Yeah, we hear that a lot, you guys.
I mean, I think it's fine as long as it's like any opposite sex friend of mine has got to know my wife. So it's not going to be, well, I've been friends with this person for, forever. And you ain't never met her.
Never met her, but she's always been your friend.
Yeah.
Got it.
So, because anybody that's that important to you, your wife or your husband should meet.
Yeah.
So I think it's okay as long as the other person is comfortable with it.
Yeah.
And I mean, but there has to be boundaries.
Yeah.
There's got to be boundaries.
I feel the same way too. If you had a friend before we met and y'all were really cool like that, my thing is, if something would have happened, it would have already happened. I guess my question would be, first, if I was new to a relationship and coming in and that person had a friend that was the opposite sex, have y'all been together? Have y'all been emotionally attracted to each other? Right. Have y'all had that conversation? Because I need to know that, so I won't be getting into something that this happened 2-3 years ago, but I don't know about it. Yeah. So I don't think it's a problem if they have already been there and then I came on board. I don't think that's a problem. Now, new friends coming in, most of the times, like our situation, most of my friends are Jason's friends. So it's not like Jason has this new friend and all that. More times than not, they are my friends and they become Jason's friends. That's kind of usually how it is. He has never found a friend that was the opposite sex and he's friends with her and then all of a sudden came and introduced her to me. No. That's not the way it has happened. So how do you feel if I had somebody that was the opposite sex before you came on board and maybe after? How do you feel about that situation?
I mean, I think it's the same way. It's the same exact way. If that, as long as it was, that friendship was always like platonic. And it never crossed that line or whatever. And even still, like I said, once you become married, then, I mean, it has to change. That relationship still has to change. There's still, because, okay, look, this is my husband now, or this is my wife now. Yeah. So, you're not going to cross a certain boundary. Yeah.
I've seen it, you guys, where opposite sex have been friends and really good friends prior to somebody coming on board, and it stayed that way.
As a man, I'm not gonna put myself in that situation where stuff like that is just too easy for things to happen, because if that's like from a man's perspective, if you're really good friends with a female outside of your marriage, if you're really good friends, what's gonna happen? You and your wife get into it, and even if you're not trying to bring it up to your friend, you speak to them,
that's a good point.
If they're good friends with you, they could probably tell that, something's not right. You okay? And then
y'all get to talking, and
then you tell too much, and then You know, who knows? But
good point.
You know,
good point.
So I'm not even trying to put myself in that kind of situation. I don't even open that door. There's not even Yeah. So
you guys chime in on this stuff, you guys. How do you guys feel? Do you agree with us with these topics?
I'll tell you all the time, because especially now at this ripe young age of 52, I had a house full of you women. For years now. The last thing I need is another woman in my life that's gonna be trying to take up some time or nope.
And he always says that too, you guys. He always says one is enough.
Yes.
I'm a handful. I know. And my daughter is a handful.
Yes.
My other daughter is a handful.
Yes.
I just don't believe that he would even have the time.
I don't.
So if if that was the case,
I don't have the time.
She would be getting this much time.
Like I said, I do not. Ain't no way I have the energy. I don't have the energy. I don't have the and besides, I mean, when me and you got together, I think a lot of guys are the same way. I think us men, we know, because we can love somebody and be with them, but we know when we find that one.
That one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I feel the same way.
I think you're my person.
Yeah.
You're the one that,
flaws and all.
Yeah. It wouldn't matter who else tried to, walk through the door. It's like, I know what I got.
Yeah.
I know what I got.
And you don't want to lose it.
I'm not, ain't nothing to me. It ain't worth losing.
Yeah.
It's not worth losing, because I know what we can have. I know what we've done.
Yeah.
I know how you make me feel.
Yeah.
And all that stuff to me is irreplaceable.
Yeah.
It's irreplaceable.
That's true. And I feel the same exact way.
And I'm not willing to take, not even close
to start over.
Well, to take the chance of, a lot of times, the old saying, grass, people always think grass is greener,
on the other side. Yeah.
So I mean, but you're taking a chance.
Yeah.
What you see is usually that relationship is fresh, so it seems like, this is gonna be so much
better. Ain't no bills involved. You ain't got to worry about kids. You ain't got to worry about all that. You just go have fun.
And it's probably a new relationship. So, it's going to be great.
Yeah.
And then,
you having fun. Y'all going out to kick it.
A month down the road.
All that kind of stuff.
You done messed up because that person ain't nothing like what you thought they were.
Yeah.
And you ain't getting nothing like what you thought you was going to get.
Yeah.
And then you done lost the best thing that ever happened to you.
True. So I definitely agree. That was a good topic. Good conversation. Yeah. Yes, you guys. So again, if you guys are wanting to email us, remember it is mixedandmarriedpodcast@gmail.com. We love that we're getting questions, and it's good to see the perspective.
It helps us grow as a couple.
Yeah, as a couple.
It helps us grow as a couple.
And it's good to get a man's perspective and a woman's perspective. So definitely chime in the comment section. This has been great. If you are watching on another channel, Spotify or whatever, you guys definitely make sure you give us ratings. Again, my name is Londra.
And I'm Jason.
So we have been married for 12 years, you guys. We've been knowing each other for 30. If you are interested in seeing what that story is about and how it came to a full circle, you guys, we do have how we met.
Yep.
Other than that, you guys, we will see you on the next Mixed and Married podcast. Bye, you guys.
Yeah, I got an issue with love. Yeah, I got an issue with trust. Really better